right. Introduce yourself. We're live.
We're live. Hey, you guys should know I'm Star Martin. I'm here with Bobby Shakes, and we're gonna shake it up tonight.
Don't you think we've done enough shaking up in the city?
I don't know. The last 24 hours, it's been crazy, but it has not been intentional. So
No, it hasn't been intentional. And I just want to say I had a long talk with CJ, and we had a good talk.
it was good. Did y'all fix things?
Yeah, I said to him, I understand why he was mad at me, because I've known him for a long time and he kind of felt like I was picking a side. But I was just trying to save himself from himself, for things get spiral out of control, and we had a good conversation.
But I didn't think you were picking a side though.
Yeah, but he wanted to come back on the stream, but I wouldn't let him. So he was kind of pissed off about that. But, we had a long talk, and I think the good thing that came out of that was the fact that he posted that juggling from Sorrel and Lime.
I heard it's good. I didn't listen to it, but
Crazy.
I heard it was good. But no one was arguing about his talent. So
Right.
that's never a question. So,
but it was good that I was able to get that piece of content, and I'm going to run it all day tomorrow. It's a wicked piece of juggling.
Okay.
It's a wicked piece of juggling. The kid's unstoppable.
So it's fixed between y'all, but it's not fixed between him and Tasha Michelle.
Oh, no, that's between them.
You don't want no parts of that?
I don't want no part of that.
Oh, Bobby, you got to try.
That's none of my business.
Maybe we can have. It's not fixed then.
Maybe we can have both of them on the stream, and maybe they can.
If he agrees to be respectful.
Yeah, we could probably do that. But I told him, listen, let's move on. Let's move on, and if it is what it is. So we have that from last night, which caused a ruckus in the city. And then you have this list.
I should have sent you do you have it?
I have the list in front of me.
Do you have the second one, the reason for the list?
No, I don't have the reason for the list, but that's why you're here to explain why are you causing so much goddamn problems 2 days in a row in the city.
It's 1 day. I didn't cause no problems yesterday.
Right, you were pretty quiet yesterday. You were quiet yesterday.
I don't cause problems. I hate drama. Like it sends my anxiety like through the roof. Like okay. I don't even argue with people. So I've never been that way from when I was a kid to I'm 37 now. Like I don't do arguments. I barely even argue in my relationship. Like I'll just stay quiet because I've always, as a kid, I feel like my grandmother always told me, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. And I feel that my mouth, I can get a little nasty. So, and every time I've said something out of anger to someone, it's like, you can't take that back. So
no.
Once it's out there, it's out there. So I try to be very calculated in the way I speak. I try to think as much as I can before I speak. Because I rather just be quiet and you can run it up and say whatever you want to say. And then I just brush it off. So, I don't know. I've built up a pretty tough exterior, like being that way, where some people think that I don't have emotions. When I do, I feel just like everyone else.
Right.
I just don't express it the same way because I know how I am. If I get angry, it takes a long time to calm myself down. So that's why I don't like to get angry. So
Well, I mean, even though you don't like the drama, this list has cost a lot of drama. And I would this is what I want to do. First tell me, why did you the melanin group, what is that all about and what are you trying to accomplish? So let's set the stage. Let's talk about that and
Okay.
let's move forward.
So the melanin group. So last year I had the first staging of the melanin gala. I had it last year, well, a year ago in April. I had it at Hibernian Hall. Um, and that's when I created the melanin group. So at first, I didn't know where I wanted to go with it because I created a nonprofit out of it.
Okay.
And I was just thinking, and then I ended up changing where I wanted it to be like a marketing group. So I like what the rum crew calls, the pretty parties or whatever.
Okay.
I love my hardcore dance hall. I love going to those events. But then, like summertime, I love brunches. I love dressing up, going out. I travel a lot, whether I go to New York, Florida, Jamaica, and I've been to those other nice parties, the Milk and Honeys,
Okay.
those type of parties. So I wanted that vibe here in Boston, and I know a few other groups, they kind of have similar events like that. But I felt like especially on the Jamaican side, because I'm Jamaican,
Right.
we didn't really, besides Black and White, which is a staple event, we didn't really have that. So I wanted to create that for myself, and I wanted to have all my events that included food. Like I want to do food inclusive events. So the
Right.
Melanin Gala is food inclusive. The Melanin Brunch, which follows right after in the summertime, Shades of Brown, is also food inclusive. So I've been working trying to create, that brand because I love entertainment. I love planning events. Like I enjoy myself. I go out to have fun, not just I don't go out to be nosy and see what everybody else is doing or what they're up to. So
Okay.
that's what it's about.
I'm just getting my glasses ready because you look pretty intelligent. So I have to put my glasses on so I can look intelligent too.
No, my eyes are hurting, so that's why I have to put my glasses on.
All
I
right.
I
So
rather not have them on. Why didn't? Who needs to turn on the light?
I don't know. Probably me.
Oh,
Now I turn on no light. Everything's
not
on.
gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen. Like it in the dark. I don't think I'm pretty bright, right? It's not dark over here.
It's enough, Bobby.
It's enough. All right. So April 12th, what do we have? We have the Melanin Gala. Please talk about that.
So on April 12th, we have the Melanin Gala. So I created, like I said, the Melanin Gala. I was trying to model something similar to Milk and Honey. I know I'm not nowhere near that status, but you
Right.
got to start somewhere. Just
Gotta
like they
start somewhere.
started somewhere, because Milk and Honey is not what it was, 10 years ago. So I was modeling it after that. So it's a gala where there's a dress code. So everyone should be dressed up, ladies, dresses, heels, or whatever. Men, they could, wear nice slacks, a nice little button up, or a nice polo or something like that. So no hoodies, no sweatpants. You could do sneakers, but usually it's like, I don't know, like either designer or some fresh Air Forces that you can pair with the suit,
Okay.
which is what a lot of people do. So that's basically the dress code, and everyone followed it last year. So last year we had 125 people, and the people that were there is told it wasn't a normal crowd. So I didn't get the full support from the regular party crowd.
Right.
Some of them did come, but I still, it's not the number that I wanted. I wish it was more, but I still felt good that I still was able to bring out 125 people, and it was $60 at the door. The ticket started at 40. I got the food catered. Everyone enjoyed the food. I had 4 DJs on the lineup. I had DJ Nico. I had Papa Don, had Royal Brie, and um, I had, who was the fourth one? Strictly Business from New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, so I try to mix it up. And after the event that was over, like I spoke to as many people as I could, and everyone said, they loved the event. They had a great time. The decor, I did the decor like myself. Me and my brothers helped me. Like I built a lot of the stuff, like the phone booth. We built that. It was out there in my backyard painting. Like I looked on Facebook Marketplace. I found like an old swing. Had my cousin drive me 45 minutes away, picked up the swing, brought it home, refurbished it, painted it. So I had the swing in there. Like I did a lot of stuff. I got the LED screens that you see when you go to New York or the CT parties. I got the Jody from CT. Bree put me on to him. He came out, did my LED screens, Dynamite sound setup. He did my sound system. So I tried to use like everyone,
Okay.
yeah, to do the event. And I wish a lot more people was there to experience it because the setup, it was a beautiful night. The setup was so nice, but a lot of people did not get to experience it. A lot of people, their excuse was, they didn't have anything to wear or they didn't know it was my event because I put the Melanin group on there. I didn't put my name on there anywhere because I wanted to see, why do people come out in Boston? Do they only come out if they know they're coming out because they know whose event it is, or are they coming out because they see an event, it looks interesting, it looks like it's going to be a good time, so I'm going to go to that event. And it kind of just proved to me that it doesn't matter how good that event is, like, they want to see a name that they know on there. So I don't know, are they not going out for vibes,
Hmm.
or are they going out because it's somebody they're familiar with? So that was behind the reason of me not putting my name on there. So this year, of course, I let everybody know, I am the Melanin Group. So that's me. I was doing all of that, and then shortly after that, I I decided, all right, the summertime is coming up. I want to do an outdoor brunch, kind of like how um, the Trinis do it, or um, like they have the breakfast parties or whatever, the clean crew style or whatever. So I decided, but mine's gonna be food inclusive. So I try to find ways how to make it affordable and to include the food without killing people with the ticket prices. And I
Okay.
was able to do that by just charging $40, and that went pretty good. So I had it over there at Juice Up Cafe on Blue Hill Ave. I don't know
All
if
right.
you know Juice Up.
Yep. That's down the block. They had the outdoor event space there.
Yeah, like Daybreak. Yep. So I
Yeah.
rented, I rented their event space, and boy, it was, I had to get so many permits, Bobby. Like I almost gave up, like, to do it legitly so that like nothing gets shut down and everyone
Right.
has fun. I had to get a fire permit. I had to draw up a blueprint of the yard and where I was putting everything. Yes, Gym Time by PNR. The health department of health had to come and inspect the food and take the temperature of all the food to make sure it was safe to be eaten. I had to purchase an additional porta potty. I had to get security. I had to get a liquor permit, entertainment permit, and then it was so much. And then I kept going back and forth with the city. Like they say, oh, you need to add this, you need to add that, and plus I had to get insurance on top of it all.
Right.
So it wasn't cheap, and it was very stressful because, like I said, I work by myself. I'll get help here and there from my friends or whatever, but I'm the person, I don't really like to burden anybody. So it's like, a lot of times they have to ask me if I need help. and then I'd be like, yes, please, I'm dying. But it's hard for me to ask for help. But
So
yeah, so
I'll just
that's where it started.
I just want to throw this out there. I can do architectural drawings for exteriors. So if you
Mm-hmm.
need a blueprint, you could call me, and I have a camera that could scan the yard, and then I could make a CAD file and show an exterior of the
Okay.
place. So
Nice. All right,
just let
good
me
to
know.
know. I'll
Yeah,
keep that
if
in
anybody's
mind.
showing an outdoor event, it just has to be done. I have to do it either between 5 in the morning to 11:30 or after sundown, and I could scan the exterior, and then we could submit that for the permitting.
Yeah, because they did require that, and I
Right.
had to submit that a few times, even for the fire department, just because I
Right.
said I'm going to be using warmers. Like, yeah. So permits end up running me like an additional $1,000, on top of everything that I was paying for. Um, so that was last year. And then even though putting those events together was so stressful, I realized that I really, really like this. Like, I really love just the planning process, putting everything together. And I'm like, I want to do more. I want to take it more serious. And I'm always going outside anyways. So like I go out for fun. It's not just about, support or because this person's having a party. If that flyer looks good, the theme of the party looks good, and I feel like I'm gonna have a good time, I'm there. I do not go based on who's throwing it. Unless me and someone really got problems, which I don't really have any problems with maybe one or two people, but it's like that's what it is. So but the list, actually, I wanted to do the list thing last year for the
Okay.
first year. So I keep notes of everything I do. So I can even show you, I could go back to my notes from 2024 and you can see I had a list there of recipients that I wanted to honor, different promoters, because I feel like just from I've done maybe, I don't know, I've done maybe 6, 7 parties. And
Okay.
I'm like, yo, this is hard work. This is tiring. It's stressful. It's like you can have everything planned out and then last minute, like some bullshit happens or somebody doesn't show up or somebody doesn't do their part or the venue backs out on you. Like it's so much. And I'm like, these promoters, I feel like they're producing stuff every year, year after year, and the cost of things goes up, the price of DJs goes up, the price of the venue goes up. But every year they try to reproduce and for patrons like myself, fun. So I wanted to highlight those promoters like that have events for patrons, not somebody that has their birthday party every year. I feel like that's for
Right.
self. That's like a personal thing. That's not something you're doing because you want everybody to have fun. So
Okay. I mean,
I
that makes
had
sense. So
came
yeah,
up with
like so
yeah. So
on
I'm
behalf
just
of
gonna
the
read.
like
Oh, go ahead.
just okay. On behalf of the Melanin Group, we are excited to announce that you have been selected to receive the Caribbean Culture Impact Award. What does that mean?
All right. So I made that up. So Vibes Cartel actually just he won a mobile awards for an impact award. So
Okay.
when I had this list together, I was talking to a friend of mine and we're bouncing ideas off each other. And I'm like, what am I going to call this? And I'm trying to describe what I think it is. So I'm like, well, the list is of promoters or people that I think are really trying to push the Caribbean culture
Okay.
forward by pushing positive events. So, in the city so that the city can know that Caribbean people, we can come out and have fun. We're not gonna fight. We're not gonna shoot the place up. We can come out. We can dress decent to look nice, and we're just out to fat and to have a good time. So it was specifically those type of events that I'm targeting. So that's when I came up with the name, the Caribbean Cultural Impact Award.
Are Jamaicans allowed to use the word fat?
I'm gonna use fat because the list is
Okay.
mixed. It's not
All
a
right.
Jamaican award. I
Yeah.
said Caribbean,
All
Bobby.
right. All
I
right. All right.
specifically did that. It's not just about Jamaica.
Just
It's
that
bigger than
word.
that.
That word "fet" reminds me of saltfish and bake, and then a picture of Roger Blacks come into my mind, and I go crazy.
Yeah, because Boston is a melting pot.
It's a
Like we
melting pot.
have like all these nations here. Like before, I moved here when I was 10 from Jamaica, so
Okay.
I didn't know who Haitians were. Like, I've never been to any of the other small islands, so coming here kind of just exposed me to all of that. And I don't know. I grew up around those type of people, so it's like I'm more open and understanding to their culture more than just mine. So yeah.
All right, here comes my friend here who we've been warring because she wants. All right, let me do this one here. Me and my friend here, we've been warring. I love to see more female promoters like Tasha Michelle and Phoenix. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. This is what we're doing. We are showcasing females, but don't get it twisted. Like I am starting Lock Off Tuesdays. And Lock Off Tuesdays is just for the sound and the but tonight I think this is just a good look. All right. So on your list, I'm gonna say the names, and Pepper Pot was one of the recipients of this Cultural Impact Award. Why Pepper Pot?
I feel like so I all right, I've been like on and off the scene. Like, I think I started partying when I was probably like 14. But of course, I was too young to go like get into 3Cs or anything like that. I didn't get to go to 3Cs until they took the liquor license away. So all the events I would go to was backyard cookouts, house parties that my cousin would take me because my cousin was older. She was 3 years older than I am.
Okay.
She was going out with the Pepper Pots and the tallest. She knew all those people, but I was really quiet and shy. So I know none of them remember me, but I remember a lot of them.
Okay.
So Pepper Pot, I feel like from the time that I remember since I turned 21 and I've been going to all the events. I don't know. He's always just been the one like on the forefront. And I've always like going to his parties because I'm like, oh my God, he's actually doing decorations. Like he's actually making an effort to make the events look nice. Like when he had the black on black, I celebrated my birthday one year in K's at Black on Black. We had a ball. The first time I went to his birthday party, and it was like way out. I don't remember where it was, but it was way out somewhere at like a nice house, like in their backyard. They had lobster and all this stuff. Um, then the first time I went to Black and White, like people went there in a snowstorm. So I felt like Pepper Pot should be highlighted because I feel like he's been putting on for for the Jamaicans in Boston with the events and everything. And he posts everyone's flyer. You don't even have to ask him to post
Right.
your flyer. He posts my flyer every morning, both of them. And I've never had to ask him. So that's why he's on the list. So I feel like he has done the work. He's continuing to do the work to push the culture forward in a positive way. I haven't personally seen him mixed up in like drama. I don't hear him talking shit about people or this one or that one. So I see him as a positive impact in the Caribbean culture.
Yeah. Pepper Pot's pretty sterile. Yeah, you're right. KP Media.
So
Why them?
KP, um, I really like. all of KP's events, even though it's not dance hall geared, but his events, I've been to a few and they're mixed. And he's also another promoter that he puts time, you can see that he puts time and effort. Like, he thinks about his events, they're calculated. And he joined, they have the new entertainment committee.
Yes.
He's on that committee. So he applied and got on there, and now he owns his own venue. So that's somebody that's pushing the Caribbean culture forward. So now there's another option for Caribbeans to have events, another place to go to. That's nice. So that's why
And
he's on.
what's the name of his event that he owns?
Sorrel and Lime. It's on
Okay.
Blue Hill Ave. It's where the old oh my God, why am I drawing a blank? That old place used to be.
What old place?
On the corner of Blue Hill Ave, right across from Family Dollar.
So it's the old island, was it Island Pride?
Yes, Island
Island Pride.
Pride. Yes.
Oh, so
So
Sorrow and
that's
Lime now is the new Island Pride.
yes, that's
Okay.
now Sorrel and Lime. Yeah.
I gotta go in there. I gotta see it. I haven't been in there yet. But I did hear the juggling that CJ did from there, and it sounded like the crowd sounded like it sounded like a really nice sounding venue. I guess got to go in there. Big up to
It's
KP Media.
nice. Yeah, I went there for Mad Sounds. They had the party with Ricky Platinum.
Okay.
It was real everything. Yeah.
All right, chat. We get it. It's Island Pride. All right.
Who
So
else
next
is
we
on?
go to Jim Tom. Now,
So all right. So
can I
Raven corrected me. It should be
can I cause a little problem here? Because you know me, I'm the king of mix-up. I don't see Raven on this, but I see Jim Tom.
All right, you cut me off. So
I did
Raven
cut you off. I'm
corrected
sorry.
me. It
Okay.
should be the Tom Entertainment. The names I try to, if there's a name,
Okay.
I try to put the organization name on there. But he doesn't have an org. It's just Pepper Pot. So KP his name. That's his organization. So these are organizations. So maybe I should have read the other part. So all right, I'm gonna read this and I'll go back to what I was saying.
Go ahead.
So in the original invite, so I sent out most of the invites probably maybe 10 days ago or 2 weeks ago. So some people I just sent out some of them, but I started sending them out one by one like 2 weeks ago. So the invite says, you already read the on behalf of melanin groups. So the second paragraph said, we would like to show recognition and appreciation for the work that your organization has done and continues to do for the advancement of the Caribbean culture in the city of Boston. You creatively curated and well executed events that's brought fun, entertainment, and Caribbean camaraderie among the community. We thank you. So that's what it says.
Okay.
So it's the organization. So as far as it didn't say Raven, but it said Jim Tom, which it should be, I guess their organization is Jim Tom Entertainment. So I'm going to add entertainment on that. But that covers, Raven is under that umbrella because her and Jim Tom, they're on the same team.
Just want to make sure my friend get her piece, you know?
So she's on there. I already spoke to her. I already inboxed her, sent her all the information. Yeah. And you already know Jim Tom Entertainment, they bring big artists in town. So I feel like they're putting in the time, the effort, the investment, and putting their money up to bring those people in town so that, Boston can get more exposed to these different types of artists. So that's what it is.
with Jim, Tom, and Raven, I will say this, and I know KP Media's also helped them with a couple of shows too. I think out of all the promoters, they take one of the biggest risks because they're bringing a small, big artist that we haven't really seen yet. It's not the Beanie, the Elephant, the Sizzler, the blah, 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 blah. And you're right. They are taking a chance. They're bringing a small, big artist to a venue, and we don't know how it's going to be received. So, yeah,
Right.
we don't know how. And I don't think these small artists are charging small money. They're probably charging big money. So,
Exactly. So that's why they're on the list, and those events are also those are positive events in my eyes. So that's why they're on the list.
all right, we're moving right along to Red House. Now, I don't know. I have no idea who Red House is. So you're going to have to
So
explain and to me who's Red House
hold
and
on.
why.
So Red House. So the list is. I try to make the list like, well, to me, unbiased, because I don't even know all of these promoters personally.
Okay.
I know their events, and like we're friends on Facebook, so I see the events year after year. They have annual events all the time, and I've watched the videos. I've seen like stories, everything. So I took it from that. So Red House Media is Sean, right? And
Right.
then it's also his brother. So those are the only two that I know about. I don't know who the team is, but
Okay.
I sent the invite out to those two, and they also have a event coming up called the Lotto, where they're giving away how much money are they giving away, like $2,000 or something like that. But their events has it's always unique. Like I'm always excited to see what they're gonna come up with next or what they're gonna put together, because it's always something like out of the box. Like I don't who would have thought to call a party lotto,
Right.
no? So that's why they're on the list. And all their events have been good, positive events. So that's why they made the list.
Yes, Raven. 2K. 2K. All right. Next, we're going to go to Danny Johnson from Spark FM. Why?
Yeah, so Danny Johnson. She's not exclusively a promoter, but she does have a lot of events. They're on the smaller scale, but I feel like she is important. She's an important staple in the community, because I have known about her since she was an intern on the radio. You know, the radio station that was across from Franklin Park. I don't know if that was Big City or whatever that
Big
radio
City.
station. Yeah, so she was an intern on that radio station since I've been listening, and that was like maybe, I don't know, over 10 years ago, could be more. But to watch her come on to be an intern to now she owns her own radio station,
Right.
like as a woman, I that's inspiring, that's awesome. um she loves her culture. Like she's big on carnival and all that stuff. And it's a Caribbean thing. Like I said, it's not
Right.
exclusively
Caribbean. Yeah.
Jamaican. Yeah, and now she's created a platform where there's different DJs that's on there daily, showcasing their talent and all of that stuff. So I that's why she's on the list.
I love Hot Sauce when she was with Big City and then she came over to Hot 97. She was one of the founding members of the Bobby Shake Show.
Oh
And
wow.
and she was instrumental with doing a lot of the promotions. So she was like on my hit squad. And then she went from the Bobby Shake Show to her own podcast. And what's really there's only a handful of people I could validate because that I've known that they're kids, right? I have
Mhm.
audio and video of Hot Sauce in my apartment like almost 15 to 18 years ago of her visualizing owning a radio station. It's fucking crazy. And
now she's done it. Like,
now she's done it, and it's woman owned, and she's doing her fucking thing. I mean, we have to give her.
Yeah, big up to her. She's doing an amazing job, and I know, and they be putting her through it. Like,
They put her through it. She gets her daily beatings.
Yes,
She gets her beatings, but hot sauce.
But she's pressing on. So that
on.
also gives me motivation to be like, people are gonna hate. They're gonna say what they want to say, and whenever you're trying to do something for yourself, once you start getting somewhere a little bit, that's when they try to, I don't know, come in and try to discourage you or get you out the way. So,
and I think it's very tough for her because she's more in a male dominant, because all the DJs are men and the promoters are men and the artists are men. And it just seems that she gets her lumps and she just
and the men, they're so nasty. Like, I don't know where these men are coming from that's being so rude and disrespectful to women. It's like, they don't have mothers or grandmothers or sisters. Like, I'm not used to men just I feel like it's social media has made things worse when it comes to men and how they speak to women and speak about them, and that's the disrespect. Like, it's like they don't know how to, I don't know, how to let you know how they're feeling without being rude and disrespectful. Like, I don't know. But
you know what? I love disrespectful men because they're just more girls for me.
But let's see who's next after Danny.
Clean Crew. Now, Clean Crew. Why?
Clean Crew. So Clean Crew. I've known Mark from Clean Crew for a long time, ever since I was like a little kid.
Okay.
I've known Mark, I guess, before there was even a Clean Crew. And when I would go out every now and then, it was like one of the Clean Crew cookouts.
Right.
That's where I'll go out, have a good time. So I've seen, and then later on, I met Andre, I met Junior, and get to know the rest of them. So I've seen where they started from where they used to have, Mark used to have his birthday party, and everybody would be in the backyard dressed up, heels, dresses. And I'm back there like, why is everybody all dressed up like this in the backyard?
Right.
And they had lobster on the grill, and you know what I'm saying? And no one else was really doing that at the time, not that I know of. And it was just always, I don't know, just different. And then they just grew from there. They kept adding on and changing and doing more different things, I felt like they was making the effort to be like, dang, what kind of party can I give the patrons to wow them, to make them feel exclusive? Like, you don't have to go to New York. You don't have to go to Miami.
Right.
You feel that right here in Boston. And you can see it in the cabanas that they built, the decor, like the DJs they brought into town, like, and just them as a group when they're outside. Like, it just gave you a different feeling. Like, it was a backyard, but you walk into that backyard, you couldn't tell me I wasn't in Miami or I wasn't in New York. Like, they give you an experience. So, and all of their events are memorable. So that's why they're on the list.
Did you go to the last one that was in Rhode Island?
Yes, I did.
Now, the crazy thing
I haven't missed a Clean Crew event in a long time. So
I get a lot of hate because I've been in and out of. This is the most stable I've been in dancehall probably in 15 years. I come in and I come out, I come in and come out. But I've always done the Clean Crew event, and a lot of people don't like me for that, but they make me feel different. Like when I was driving to that Rhode Island event and I looked off the highway, I saw the venue with the cabanas, and I'm all like, wow.
Yeah, and they think about all of that. You don't think they drove by and just had that vision to say, when we set this up, set that up, this is how it's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people that put that type of time and effort into their party, and those parties are not $2,000, $3,000, not even five. Those parties are tens of thousands of dollars, like the last one they've had. So they're also investing their money and putting that on the line and risking it just so that we can have a good time. Because I don't, at this point, they're not just doing it for themselves, because half of the time they don't even get to change their clothes.
They don't even get to change their clothes.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And when they used to have it on their street at the house, the police coming year in and year out to shut it down, and the fight that they went through to preserve the culture. Yeah. All right. I haven't.
So yeah, so their organization. So I wanted to recognize all the work that they put in. So it's not like, I don't know, Tallest is saying it's a party of the year category. Yeah, it could be that, but this recognition, it wasn't about just, it's not about just one event. It's the organization as a whole, and what they do year in, year out. 'Cause they don't just have one event. They have
No.
multiple events.
Right.
So in each event, they put the same type of effort into each one. So,
All right. Moving right along. Hometown favorites, Patrick and Keith. R&B
so
and me.
I know R&B and me is new. They started what, few years ago. Um, but I wanted to highlight that because I don't know, before, like when the first R&B and me dropped Under the Bridge, like I didn't even get to go, but all the videos and everything, it was packed. Everybody was having a good time. It was talk of the town after the party ended for, I don't know, for days. And then to see them move up each time from Under the Bridge, from getting in downtown, the venue, they was just at freaking Encore, like
Encore and
in Memoir. Like, I feel like that's big. Now they're gonna go to Foxwoods. They went
right.
to Atlanta and had an R&B me down there in Atlanta. So I feel like, even though um they've had, I don't know, mishaps at their events, which is of no fault to their own, because you really can't control your patrons and what they might do. I see what they're doing, as trying to make a change in the culture and trying to push it forward. And the fact that both of them are Caribbean, that they're not American, but they're doing an R&B me party, and then they switched it up that one time where they had Cypress and Ghetto play. You know that one, they did the Lovers Rock edition.
Right.
So that's bringing that that was a whole night of reggae, and that was a packed house. So I felt like they brought that music, they highlighted Cypress and Ghetto and brought them to a whole new different crowd. You know what I'm saying? In Boston, in the city. So I feel
So wait
like
a second.
the work that they're doing and putting in, they're doing the work that needs to be done. They're doing good work, and I wanted to give them recognition for that. That's why they're on my list.
Oh, wait a second. Royal Breeze in the chat. So we got to act like we've been promoting her show all night. All
Oh,
right.
that was the third one? Okay. I thought that was the first one because I didn't hear about it until then.
Yeah, we've been promoting you all night. Can't wait to go to Africa. All right. So we have, and also too, what I loved about
This
Army.
list feels long, Bobby. Damn.
Yeah, it feels long. The fact that they had, excuse me, an R&B and me with a strong female cast, to me, I thought that was epic. That was an
Yeah.
epic move. And I don't know if I've ever, well, yeah, because there was
And I
maybe
was
once.
at work that night. I was so, because I wanted to go there to go support Bree, But I was at work, and by the time that I would have made it there, I would have only been able to be there for 30 minutes. And it was just, I was so mad I missed that.
Yeah, it felt good to see a group of female DJs headlining an event, and I haven't seen that. I don't think
Not
I've
on
ever
that
seen.
scale, right?
I don't think I've ever seen that ever. And
Yeah.
what's great about Keith has been able to transition and morph himself into a completely different genre. And I think that's cool too, to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
But don't get it twisted. Keith really want to come on and kill off some of your sounds, but he's too. Don't get it
They
twisted.
could switch it up.
He's
Sometimes
itching.
I forget that they could still play dance hall and all of that.
Yeah,
So when I hear it, I'm like, it sounds a little like, oh my god, I forgot that they could play that type of music.
yeah.
So,
Don't get it twisted. Keith is really want to kick off some of your heads.
and Patrick too. We
Yeah.
Patrick played for us on our first bottles and Barbies. So they're good,
All right.
and they're real cool, down to earth people.
Beautiful. I love him. I love him to death. I love Keith to death. Look, everybody on this is I love to death because I've known for centuries. Now we're coming to Dynamite Sound, the
So
most hated and the most loved, depending on who the fuck you are. And me personally, Goldfinger, I'm gonna keep it culture. Now I love Finger. I've known that kid for centuries. Why Dynamite Sound?
so Dynamite Sound. And keep in mind, people, I'm still gathering, like, all my research and information about each and every one. I'm waiting for them to send me the organization bios so I can have all of that, have all my ducks in a row. So I'm just going off of what I've known and I've taken notice to over the past few years. So Dynamite Sound, they're another staple in the Caribbean community. I feel like Goldfinger, which owns the organization, I feel like he's always extending himself in the organization to help out anyone that asks or is in need.
Okay.
And I feel like he's always trying to bridge the gap. Like, now that he's at K's, I've seen that he tried to do the what did he try to do that day? I think it was a fundraiser or something like that. I feel like he's always trying to bring people together and trying to find out what the solution is, like, why are we having some of the issues that we're having within the dancehall community. How can we fix that? How can we work on certain things? And I feel like he's always trying. He's probably not successful with it a lot of the times because I don't know, everybody's not been really receptive, I feel like. But I feel like he's always extending himself in the organization out there to help anybody that needs help. And he's helped me before, so
Yeah, Goldfinger. I mean, how could you have a problem with Gold? I mean, how could like on this list, out of everybody on this list, how could you have a problem with Goldfinger or even his sound or even like a lot of the selectors on it? I mean, I don't know. They
I
seem
don't know.
quiet,
Anybody that's listed so far, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is.
but I mean, and I do like to say, if that's the big sound in the city, then they should be the hunted. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you're the big dog on the block, you should be hunted, and being hunted, that's just part of it. That's just my personal opinion. If you're the top dog, because you always want to punch up, you never want to punch down. So if people are feeling that you're the big sound, then that sound's got a dead, and that's just the
Yeah,
evolution of
and
man.
also look at what he did. He went and took up like all young new DJs and brought them under his wing. Like, Kareem's pretty young, Truck Fit, Tim, they're all young guys and they're all a part of Dynamite sound. And I'm pretty sure he's shown them everything that he knows and try to teach them and guide them and how to be better DJs. So that's, you wouldn't call that help track the cause of pushing the culture forward in a positive way?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. So
Keith has done that a lot too. KP Media back in his Undertaker days have also done the same exact thing. So I mean, this list is pretty good. Sherwin, friend of the show, he loves the show. We love him. Unity. I mean,
so Sherwin, I knew that probably would have been like a controversial choice to put him on the list. I've added him because I don't the work that I've seen him done since he's basically started managing Unity, right?
right.
So I've never been to Unity so many times before in my life. Like before Sherwin took over and started doing his thing, I think I went to Unity, I kid you not, maybe 3 times.
Yeah,
Like
me too. Yeah,
overall, because
yeah,
to me, I'm like, that's Soca headquarters.
right.
Can't really do more than 15 minutes of Soca, so
Ooh,
I
you
try
ain't
to.
kidding. Fucking
I
so
save
good.
my.
The only time I could do soca, it has to be, and I know that they're no longer around, but Richie from Sound Vibrations, Legend, fucking Warlock, Killer D, and Roger Blacks, when they're saying wait till we hit the road, and they make that corner onto Blue Hill Ave, it's a fucking shitstorm. And I love soca. Yeah.
I like the new. Well, it's not really soca. They call it like the Trinidad music, whatever. I like that.
Attention, all Trinis, do not follow Jamaicans with your fuckery. Do
The
not
music. I
follow.
like the music.
Just do not follow Jamaicans down that path of Trinidadness, please. You guys got something
Right.
good going on.
I like the soca. I like the soca event that mixes in the dance hall. Like those ones, I can enjoy that one. But all night of soca, I can't. Like, but so before I even knew that Sherwin, like took over, was managing Unity now. Like I noticed first was all of the content, like the content changed. So I started noticing like on Instagram, I'm like who's doing all the videos and
Right.
who's putting all this content together, because it makes me want to go. I don't like Unity, but it makes me feel like I need to be there. Like it makes me want to go. As time went on and I see that the younger kids, like now they have a spot for themselves. Like Unity, that's their spot. That's their go-to place every Friday night. And as a older person, well, I'm not that old, but I don't know. I feel happy for the kids that they have a safe place. That like
Right.
that's their place.
That's their
He
place.
called them their limers. Like he takes care of them. He caters to them. When they have suggestions, he actually listens. He tries to bring artists that they want to see. And he's been bringing an artist like every month, sometimes twice
Right.
for the month. So I feel like that, and he's done that in a short amount of time. Like maybe he has advantages because he is managing Unity, but he doesn't have to do that, and he's choosing to do that. And I don't think he's doing it for a selfish reason. So everybody on this list, the events that they have, it can't be an event that's just
A
because you
birthday
want to.
bash. Right.
Huh? That's just a birthday bash, or you're doing it for monetary gains only. So all the people that I've highlighted, I feel like they have been making sacrifices to have those events so that we, the patrons, can have a good time and enjoy ourselves. And they love their culture, whether it's Trini, Bayesian, Jamaican, and they want other people to experience it, and they want to push it forward in the city. So
The Rum Crew, Scoop's Way. I've never been to any of their parties ever.
so
Please
I
explain to us that's never been. What's it like?
so I wait. You just did two
Oh,
different.
I'm sorry. Okay, the Rum Crew and Scoops are two different people.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the rum crew is like, I don't even know exactly everyone that's in there, but I know it's a lot of the members from Mad Sound. It's
Okay.
like, like Roscoe, Tyrone,
Okay.
Majesty. Yeah, I feel like I think they make up the rum crew, and then they also work with KP. So they're the ones, from what I know, they started the whole pretty party trend.
Okay.
Yeah, doing like, the brunches, the dress up, the dainty, the cute parties. And I like those type of events. Like, you know, I want to get cute. I want to be dainty. And I feel like they put a lot of time into their events, and then they ventured out and they went downtown. They was even doing Afrobeat parties. They was working with the Africans and
Okay.
mixing and mingling, because there was a lot going on in the dance hall at one point, and I feel like they was getting a lot of fights. So I think they came together and decided that, you can't just rely on one group of people to support you. They got to branch out and mix and mingle. And I think that's how they came to, what it is, the rum crew, and the different type of events they have, so that they can cross over and attract like a different crowd. Because there are those islanders that you wouldn't even know they're from the islands, because they're not going to come to K's, they're not going to go to Unity, they're not going to go to a Jim Tom event if it's at Prince Hall or Russell.
Right.
But let them say, oh, it's at Oceanside, oh, it's at Big Night Live. They all come out there, and you're like, oh my God, all these people, they've been in Boston this whole time, and they're
Right.
Caribbean. So I feel like when they made that transition, they got a lot of those type of girls and stuff like that. So
All
yeah.
right. Let's before we go to Scoop's Way, we have a note from Tarlis here. Oh, please, 17 years, swag and fashion. What's wrong with a birthday bash?
There's nothing wrong with the birthday bash. So I didn't say anything was wrong with the birthday bash. I said a birthday bash, that's more of a personal thing. So you're having a birthday to celebrate yourself. So the list is, it's not about that.
Okay. So here we go. So why the party people can't vote? Wouldn't that be more realistic? One person's opinion isn't an accurate account, coming from Reese. What do you have to say about that?
I feel like that's a fair statement to
It's a fair
say.
statement.
It's a fair statement. And I feel like for the first one, honestly, me personally, because I love events and entertainment and the planning, all the people on these lists are people that I've truly, I admire their work ethic. I admire just the time and the planning, the attention to detail, the different things that they've done with these events. So I wanted to give them my flowers. I don't see, I not to my knowledge, I don't see that they've gotten any recognition from anywhere. And these are people that have done big scale. If you notice, everyone on this list,
Okay.
they've done at least one type of big scale event,
Okay.
and
Oh,
they have organizations.
all right. Okay. Tallest is in the room.
So Pepper Pot is really the only individual that's on here, but I feel like he has a hand in so much that I couldn't have left him out.
All right.
He's like the mayor.
He's Dance Hall's mayor.
Yeah. So I'm not taking anything away from Tallest and his year to year birthday party. It has nothing. The list has nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. That's why I read the statement. It's for organization. These are for people that all these people on this list, they all take their event planning and their events. It's like almost like a career almost.
Okay. So Queen Virgo said that Unity was a big people place, and Sherwin said that Unity was never a big people place. It was founded by men in their early 20s. These younger Joes never left and stayed into their 40s and beyond. Many of them are still there consistently, which is, I think, Soca. I think Unity was just the soca place, and
That's
Three
what I know
C's
it is.
was the reggae place. And I've only been, and you couldn't do photography and video in Unity
They were so
back in the day.
strict.
Yeah, they were so strict. So that was for soca, and then Three C's and K's was for us. And now you got to give Sherwin this props that he was able to allow reggae into a place where reggae really wasn't accepted. Let's see here. Dear Tallest, you do two and done a year. Good two and done. But listen to the list. It seems to be more like parties that are just happen to have big parties. What is your reply to that? Like, they're just saying that all these things are just parties, but they just happen to be big parties. Well, I mean, I could defend you on that. It's, yeah, you could throw a party, but then once you start doing bigger events, more things come into that, right? Venue, permitting. And I know you're not perfect, and I know you're trying to work through this. So maybe you will add people voting but this is, I think.
I didn't want to vote for the first one because I felt like it was my list. So I feel like it's kind of like a test. I want to see how this goes, if it goes well. I didn't even know if honestly, because I told you I don't know half of the promoters personally, so
Okay.
I wasn't expecting half of them to even reply to me and to say that they were coming. I was like, maybe 3 or 4 of them will come. I know Andre will come because that's my boy. So that's how I was looking at it. So I didn't even know how it was gonna go, was gonna work out. So I'm like, let me do it this way. Let me see how it goes, and if it works out, then it can be. Then once I've acknowledged everyone that's been doing it that way for a long time, then it makes sense. Then you can have the voting to say, okay, who had the party, who's the promoter of the year, who was the DJ of the year, and different stuff like that. But
All right.
I just wanted to see how this was. I didn't even have any big expectations, and when I posted the list, I expected some people wouldn't agree with everything or think more should be added, but I didn't think it was gonna go crazy like that. And you got to remember, I'm only one person. Like, I'm working on this event mostly by myself. Yes, I'm getting help here and there, like, from some friends, but I'm doing everything by myself. So it's, you gotta remember that. And if they've been doing parties for years and years, so why didn't you guys acknowledge them then?
Well, Shan, friend of the show, said, well, if that's the case, where's FC? Because he does an immense amount of events.
So
FC
FC.
seems to be the exposed cable electrical wire. And it's like, people want to know, why not FC? Why not FC?
So FC was on my list. FC was one of the first ones actually on my
Okay.
original list. And I decided, the list was getting too long at one point. And I decided, I really thought about it. And I said, most of the stuff that FC does is actually behind the scenes. Because I'm on FC's live literally every time that he goes live, whether it's 3, 4 times a week or whatever. And anytime anybody brings up or they make statuses that, oh, your event is only doing this because FC is paying for it, he never says anything. He's always quiet on that. And to me, and I know that he's backed a lot of events financially, but he does not talk about it. So to me, it seemed like he doesn't want to be known in that way or put himself out there that he's doing that. So he's never told me that himself either. So I've only heard, it's all hearsay. So this
Okay.
person saying that FC paid for this party, FC paid for that party. It's all that I've known. So I feel like, who am I to go put that out there that, FC is the one that's backing half of the parties in Boston? I don't have no real proof of that, and it seemed like he doesn't want that to be known. So to me, as FC, he's been what he does. He hosts a lot of events. He has his birthday party, and then he does his free party, and then after that, he just goes on tour, just hosting events and partying and having a good time. So I don't see he doesn't take the promotion thing as, yeah, I'm a promoter. I'm doing all these events. So it didn't come off to me that way, like he's like a promoter.
Okay.
So that was it. So it was no other reason.
Okay. And Shurin, of course, Shurin is getting a back because he's getting a fucking award, right? But listen, I think here is my problem. No Donna Kill Quick. Definitely nobody should give anything to Donna Kill Quick. She pulled a ratchet on me the other night. This is, before we go into scoop, I just want to say this before I forget it. We cannot say that nobody looks at the culture and nobody gives us a respect. And when Alkaline gets an award, people freak out. Or when Star's doing her award thing, people freak out. I think what we have to do is, and I think the masses has all right to be all like, how come this person's not on the list? How come this person's not on the list? You guys, everybody's right. And I think as this progresses, it will get better and Star will work out the imperfections. I think we just need to be patient and see where this goes.
And also, I want to add, I'm not having an award ceremony. I'm doing, it's a gala, it's a party. I just came up with the idea that, I don't know, I just try to figure out, I just wanted to fit it in there because I've been wanting to do it since last year. So I'm like, I'm not going to take up a lot of time out of the party with it. I'm just going to try to put it in there, try to do like, 15, 20 minutes out of the event just to highlight them. Because I feel like, as a promoter, from a promoter's perspective, like, or as an aspiring promoter, I want to give them their flowers because I admire the work that they're doing, and I feel like they're paving the way. So that's what the list was about. So I don't if I had to do a list of DJs and all this other stuff, it would go on and on and on, and that would take over my entire event, and that wasn't the mission.
Right, you just wanted to give flowers to your friends. And here's the thing, Star, with once you start handing out flowers, you never have enough fucking flowers. You will never have enough flowers to give everybody their flowers. But this is a good start. It's a positive start. Let's see where we could go. Let me see here. Look at that. Dakota. Silent investor gets more bread. I love it. Let me see here. Donna Quill Quick. What the fuck, man? I beg no Ross flowers or award. Donna Killquick, you're so troublesome. I love Donna Killquick. I will say this. Donna Killquick. We're gonna figure this out. Maybe like Star Analysis, me and Stars working together, we could probably build a website. We can list people on the website. then people can. You're not opposed to none of this. This is just something
No,
you just
I'm
want.
not.
Yeah, you just want to.
I'm all, like I said, I don't know everybody.
Right.
So a lot of them, they're older than me. I don't know the full history of when this one started doing this, when that one started doing that. So if I might have missed, if I missed someone, is because I don't know much about that person. I really don't know much about Donna, to be honest.
Okay.
Like I see her all the time, but I don't really know. I don't really. I've been to a couple of her events when she had the bonfire stuff. I think I've been to that one, and I've been to like another one of her parties. But I don't really know much about her, to be honest. We've never spoken one on one. So I don't know. So I didn't leave her off the list because I didn't think she was worthy, or she's trying to have a positive impact on the culture. I don't know.
Yeah, for next year, now that me, Star, and we're working together, we could build a website. We could build a Melanin Gala website. You gotta. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Someone's probably gonna fucking go on GoDaddy right now and buy it. Um, but we could build a website, and then we could have a voting portal on it, and we could list every motherfucker in the city of Boston on it, and then you people will vote for next year. But let's just try and figure this out. Like the first Super Bowl wasn't good, right? And as they proceed, it just keeps on getting better and better. Um, Let me see here. Donna Kill quick. I love Donna Kill. She's rough gal. Ba 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 ba. All right, let's see here. Reese. Bobby used to have a site back in the like MySpace days. That was a setup perfectly for this type of stuff. You're right. Like I said, we'll figure this out. We're just going through the motions here. This is not really a award show. Just you want to show
It's just a quick
a
highlight.
highlight, and that's good. Now, Scoop's way. I've heard of Scoop. I've never been to any of his parties. Please explain to me what a Scoop party is like and why he's on this list.
I've only been to a couple of the cooler fets. I haven't been to. I probably should go to more of his events. So I added Scoop on there because I feel like Scoop's Way's name is it carries a lot of weight. So he's well connected with the city. He brought Cass, I believe, to City Hall last year. Like, and that's exposing a Caribbean artist to other people from different cultures and different places, and you brought them to a place like City Hall. Like, who's done that before? You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
his cool effects are legendary. So
Legendary. Legendary.
yeah, I think his cool effects the one that shut down under the bridge. It's either that or R&B, one of them. But so I that's why Scoop is on the list, because I just his name carries a lot of weight, like, and he's well connected. So in my mind, I'm like, how I feel like each of these the people that's on here, I want to pick their brain, and I want to know when you started, like, what was your end goal? Did you have an end goal? How did you even get where you are today? Like, what struggles, like what did you go through? Like, what keeps you going to give patrons these lavish, elaborate, like big events year after year? And I've seen them go through different things with, whether it's, I don't know, altercations that happen at their event, or like you said, permit issues, like different, all these different changes. Like I've seen something happened with Red House last year where they were supposed to have an event, and something crazy happened, and last minute they had to switch everything up. I think it was on their boat ride or something like that. But it's like they have to go behind the scenes and figure things like that out. So like I don't know, those people, like I want to be I want to be on that level. So I feel like I want to look at promotion and doing events as more of like a career type of thing, not just because I don't want to just have just an event just for fun. Like I sit down and I try to think of like, dang, what kind of event can I think of that everybody will enjoy? I want to do something new, something different. Like I don't know. It's just not like a fun thing. I don't I don't know how else how to explain it. And it was the list was never meant to make anybody feel less than or feel like their events is like nothing or whatever. But those people that's not on there, like Tallest has a real career, has a real job. The events that he does it because he feels like it. He want to throw his birthday party and then he does his summer party, the fashion and swag, like So if his party doesn't happen, I feel like he wouldn't feel no type of way because that's I don't know. It doesn't seem like he doesn't have to rely on that, and he doesn't want to be going to promotions and do bigger or other things like in that direction. I don't know if you
Nice.
understand where I'm going with it.
Well, so basically, what you're saying is, these are the people that are on this list. These are the people who you want to be, and these are like your mentors, and you're just giving your fucking mentors a piece of award, and there's nothing wrong with that. Am I right by saying that or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Um, Power Surge. I don't know why the
Um,
hell you got this Haitian man on this list, but
How
go ahead.
sir? So him, I've never spoken to
Hold on
him
a second.
either. I don't know him personally either. So because I've seen people were saying how I put people on a list that don't support you. It's not about support. So I don't know how to break that down and explain it. But I feel like from what I've seen over the years, like he takes his whole event thing very serious. Like he's very serious about his DJing. Like I think he started like an audio company as
Okay.
well out of because I just feel like he loves the craft. Like he's a DJ, he's a promoter at heart. Like it's not a side gig to him. Like like that's his thing. And I feel like he takes whatever he puts his heart to, he takes it serious. Like I've seen he's brought a couple Haitian balls. I've never been to a ball before, but the fact I've seen him go back and forth with the other Haitian promoters, it seemed like that side of things, like I don't, they have gatekeepers or they make it difficult for the newer, younger ones to, come in and do their thing. And I've seen the whole thing back and forth with him online, and then he rented out what used to be the old Roxy, and he packed that house. I've seen what he brought the band there, and he's brought uh, he did like a whole bunch of Haitian parties. So I put him on the list strictly because of that. So I also admire his tenacity, his work ethic. Like he's about his business.
All right. What is we have something from a Miss Daniel Spencer. I think you should have picked their brains before adding them to your list. What do you think about that?
Um, no, I mean, I've actually gotten to know KP. So he does give me advice. He actually just randomly messaged me and told me that, he likes my promotion style. He thinks, I'm doing a good job so far. Keep pushing, keep all the negative, talk or whatever. Don't pay attention to it. Keep striving. Keep doing. You're gonna get there. One day or someday. Sherwin has reached out to me personally as well. Because I've had a few Facebook spats back and forth. So there have been those type of promoters that takes the promotion seriously. They have reached out to me like privately, and just give me encouragement and whatever. So
Well,
it is.
just like what white people say, you let one black person into the neighborhood, then there's going to be a whole bunch to follow. You let one Haitian man into this thing, and now we got super lit Zos.
So super lit Zoes. I actually, when I started working at Boston Restaurant Bar and Grill, they actually do this Sunday brunch there. So that's how I got to meet them. So I guess Lucci is the main one. So I got to meet them, talk to Lucci, and just kind of really get to know them. And they're like a younger, fun group. They've done a ton of different types of events. They've done events like they've been downtown. They do events at Pyramid in Brockton. I think they was one of the first ones to do an event at Pyramid out in the backyard, which was like a big thing. They were supposed to they brought Bobby Schmurder. Was it last year or the year before? When what's that club that just shut down in Randolph?
No, Lombardos or something. I don't know.
No, 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 no.
I'm
Uh,
old. Whoops, whoops. I showed my age. I showed my age. I showed my
um,
age.
so they're known for their pool parties and stuff like that. And I haven't really partied on the Haitian side, but working at the restaurant, I've gotten to see how the Haitians party. They actually enjoy a lot. Yeah, mojitos. They actually enjoy a lot of dance hall. I didn't know they know so much dancehall. And these are not American Haitian. These are like Haitian Haitians, and I see how they party and they vibe. And I've watched Lucci how they come together. They have meetings. They're not afraid to work with different people and reach across different platforms. And as long as they feel like they could make it work, they're gonna make it work. So I just highlighted them strictly just based off of that. And they also, a lot of people don't know, Super Lit Zoes, they have their own brand of alcohol. They have their own, not tequila, what's the other one? Vodka. They have a peach vodka. So it's called Kirk Cobain. It's actually really good. I had it and I shared it with my friends when we went to Rhode Island to an event, and we got real drunk. But so they have their own alcohol that they've been marketing and pushing. So, and that company is also 100% black owned. So I feel like they're also pushing the culture forward, the Caribbean culture, by doing that and getting involved in stuff like that. So they're not just doing one thing. That's why
Hollis is
that's why I put
really
it
pushing.
on the list. I don't know what Tollis's issue is.
Tyler's just here to cause a problem because we have his big dance. That's why we got his flyer here.
He's
That's
making me
why.
feel like Livewire right now because Livewire
Oh
was
my
going
god,
ham.
Tallest. I love Tallest. Love him to death. I love everybody to death. So there you go, Miss Gran. There's your Haitian people, the Haitian community. We did shout the Haitian community. Now you can leave us alone. Let me see. I'm just trying to go through these. Giving back with food this year. Yeah, I mean Tallest. I love it. And what we got here? KP's a real businessman. I work with him any day. That's Dakota. Trying to keep up with the chat here. Man, the chat's going crazy. I can't even keep up with the chat. Jesus Christ. All right. While you're talking, this is probably the most controversial name on this list. And I just want to I know this is your thing, but I just I just want to give, because do you know anything about Junior Rodigan at all?
So Junior Rodigan, I've been to quite a few of Junior Rodigan's events, like way back when I was like 20. I want to say, when did I have my second son? Probably like 22, 23. I've been on a couple of his boat rides. I've been when he used to have the white party out at when it used to be Lido's and not Oceanside.
Yep.
I've been to that. Judah Rogan, he used to give me free tickets all the time to
Okay.
events and some shows.
So that's why he's on the list.
No, and actually, I've talked to him like a lot. He actually helped me a lot last year as well with my event with the Melanin Gala. Um, I just Junior Rodigan is instrumental in the community. I feel like he's put in a lot of work. He's always trying to teach somebody from what I've seen. Like he's always open to talk. So I don't know. He's always made me feel comfortable, and he's given me advice plenty of time. So
Yeah, Junior Rodigan is like real quick.
and there's
My
more, but I feel like if I say everything now, what am I going to say to the people at the event?
all right.
So,
Yeah, like Junior Rodigan has been instrumental in the in BobbyShakes.com. Real quick, my boy came to me, said, "Why do you video of event?" And I videoed the event, and then I went to Junior Rodigan, and we started selling videos out of Vibe, and then through
yeah,
Vibes
he still
Records.
has events. He's at.
Yeah,
I don't want to cut you off, but he has events at what's that Montserrat? Is it Montserrat Club over there? Aspirers. He still has
right.
events.
He's
And when I text him and
he's official.
I sent him the invite, like he has a booking that day, but he was so appreciative. He was so grateful. And it just like it made me feel really good because I don't know if he's gotten a lot of recognition or when was the last time somebody told him that, you're an inspiration. I admire the work that you've put in, in this industry and the whole community and the whole Caribbean thing. So I felt good sending him that invite and talking to him. So I feel like what I wanted to do was accomplished.
Yeah, I mean Rodigan, Vibes Records, started off as a DJ. I probably still owe Junior Rodigan money for the records that I used to just take from him and say I'm going to pay you back, and he would just give me records and I this list right here. Besides the mob is going crazy for FC, I really don't see who you really. I will say this. I will honestly say this. I think Ingenious Concepts should have been on this list.
Who's that?
Well, those are my homies. And they were the first people. I mean, they partnered with Live Nation, and they were the first people to actually start doing events more regularly downtown Boston. Paradise Rock Club, House of Blues. That's the only people that I would say that should be on here that isn't.
What's their name?
Ingenious Concepts.
Ingenious Concept. So they still do events today.
Yeah, they do stuff.
They go by the same name.
Ingenious Concepts. Now, what's really cool is, yeah, I mean, we'll leave that out of here. But I think if I was gonna lobby for someone to be on this list, like honestly, it would be Ingenious Concepts. Who have they broken? They've broken all of the white boy reggae that you hear now, Slightly Stupid, Soldier, Stick Figure is all coming from Ingenious Concepts. They bring the Marleys, Cranium is coming. They're bringing Cranium.
Oh, they're bringing Cranium.
Yeah, anything that happens at
how do you spell that?
Ingenious Concepts.
They have an Instagram?
I don't even know I think it's just Rich Concepts.
Is it Ingenious or Rich Concepts?
Well, Rich Concepts is one of the people that works for Ingenious Concept, but Ingenious Concepts is the umbrella. I personally think if you were to put the only people that I will lobby for this list, because I'm a lobbyer, would Ingenious Concepts should be here. And I don't think the chat would disagree with me on that. I mean,
I've never heard that name. So.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're partnered with Live Nation. So anything Live Nation, any reggae that's being done at Paradise, Brighton Music Hall, House of Blues, that's Ingenious Concepts. And that partnership was big to move reggae downtown. And they're the only people I've ever seen in the city to host the same show back to back and promote it to two completely different crowds.
Oh, Raven said VO. I know VOG.
Yeah, VOG.
They used to be on Choice 102.9, right?
Yeah.
Him and the other guy.
Jay Cool, my cousin, and me,
I used to listen to them all the time. Junior Artigan was on that station too. DJ Gas, all of them was on there.
Yeah. That's the only
to Choice 102.9.
If I was gonna bitch about your list, because I'm old and I've been around the block, if I was gonna bitch about your list, the only people I would add on would be Ingenious Concepts, because they've done major contribution to the community. They're the reason why people are doing Big Night Live and doing those big events, because they're the OGs of it.
Yeah, they were at the Egyptian concert, actually.
They did the interview with Egyptian in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was So.
And I haven't seen them in a long time, so I was like, "Whoa, where did they pop up from?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I definitely I didn't know them as that name. I know VOG, but I didn't know them as like that name for their organization. So definitely have to look that up.
Why is not Diamonddale on the list? Guys, can we get through the list? We're just getting through the list. Here. I'm trying to VOG the most hated. Well, and I think they brought just recently they brought Sean Paul to the pavilion. They did the Bob Marley movie tour. Like they do a lot of big shit.
Nice.
Yeah, they do. Ingenious Concept does a lot of big shit. At all the big venues. Like I think is House of Blues the biggest venue in Boston? Holds about 2,000 people. Is that the biggest event in Boston? We don't know.
Roadrunner holds. Is that Boston? Roadrunner?
Yeah, we could say it's Roadrunner. Yeah, we could say. But if I was gonna bitch about your list, that's the only name that I would want to see get an award. But I think that your list is solid. MGM, how much does the MGM hold, Sherwin?
Maybe 5,000.
And that's by Fenway, right? Is that by Fenway Park?
Yeah. Oh, 5,000. Okay.
So MGM, up until 2 years ago, House of Blues was the biggest venue. And yeah, now that there's more venues opening up, but an Avalon, like Club ID, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody partied downtown for the reggae. Like we had Club ID, and a lot of these kids that you see on this list, like Dynamite Sound, got their start from Ingenious Concepts down in Club ID. Power Surge, a lot of the Haitian Zoes used to go there and dance 3 and 1. Danny Hot Sauce worked at his radio station Hot 97. So I just think that if you're gonna bitch, Whether you like VOG or not, that's the only guy that I'll say to be on this list.
Oh, they were the ones that did In the Dance Hall, right?
There you go.
Okay, yeah, I remember them.
Yeah. So, but that's the only person that I would lobby for to be on your list, and it's your list. But I'm just saying, and it would be really cool to see ingenious
No,
concept.
those events are those that's top tier. That's like, yeah,
Medial Soul used to work with
definitely.
ingenious
That's an
concept.
impressive resume right there.
Yeah,
So
they have a real impressive resume. Um, I have to lobby for them because it's my family. So, I mean, I'm just being honest. But the shit that they've done has been big in Boston. And now that we're talking, and the reason why I brought ingenious concepts up, because if Boston, it tells a little story. So you have junior writing ingenious concepts, and last but not least on your list, which I think nobody should ever bitch about that's even on this list, is Lion Entertainment. I mean, what the fuck?
yeah, so for that one, I can admit that wasn't I didn't even have him on the original. I didn't even have him on the original list. He was added on later, and I was just like, wow, I can't believe how did I forget Lion? But I've only spoken to Lion like online, but
Okay.
I couldn't even really tell you what he looks like. If I've seen him, I didn't know I saw him. So, and I even tried to find his page now on Facebook. Like none of them are popping up. So I don't know. He seemed to have disappeared online, or maybe he's going by a different name. Because I know one point it was Lion, then it was J Delta. So I don't know what's going on with that. But Lion has done like a lot of big shows. He did that reggae in the park, which I don't, and no one has been able to replicate that since that has happened. So, and I felt like that was pretty big for reggae. That was pretty big for the Caribbean community because everybody and their mother went to that concert. And that was a pretty big deal. And I think, for what I know, he was also involved in recently in the Buju concert or whatever, even though it didn't happen. He brought Sizzla, Taurus. He brought Taurus Riley too, as well, right?
Yep. Yep.
So he does like a lot of big things. So that's why he's on the list. Because I
That,
feel like a lot of people don't bring reggae artists, but he's always bringing a reggae artist and keeping that part of the culture alive. So
I will say this. I went to Sizzla, and the fact that the 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 core reggae and dancehall community didn't support that show, but that show still had a good turnout, made me think that Lion knows what the fuck he's doing. And Lion has been doing this for years. For years. So I think I will say this again, and a lot of people's gonna hate me for it, but I mean, what the fuck is my show's her list? Fuck y'all. Junior Rodigan, Ingenious Concepts, Lion Entertainment. I think that's the only name that I would add to this list. Everybody else, I don't see where there's a fight. I really don't see where there's a fight. I mean, you covered KP own a venue, Sherwin own a venue. There's two venues. Pepper Pot, the mayor, Jim Tom Entertainment. That's bringing all the new shows. I mean, Hot Sauce. How could you fight with that? Clean Crew. How could you fight with that? How the fuck could you fight with Keith? And I know I sound biased because I know everyone, but Dynamite Sound. How could you? The fact that everybody wants to lick them off the pedestal, that they should be on the list. If somebody wants to kill you, that's worthy for you to get a fucking award for it. Rum Crew, I really don't. Rum Crew, I know. Scoops, legendary. Power Surge is a fucking OG. Like Power Surge is young, but Power Surge is an OG. Keith is an OG. KP Media, OG. Clean Crew, OG. Goldfinger, OG. Rodigan, OG. Light Entertainment, OG. Scoops, OG. Like, it's. I think, I think you did good here. And I think if you were gonna bitch about this list, I would erase all these names and just put fucking Bobby Shakes there, and that would cover everything. I mean, I'm just saying. But no, it's your first fucking list. It's gonna get better. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna have a voting. You're not opposed to voting. You're open to new ideas. This is just something. It matches. It also matches, like marketing wise, it matches the gala. It's a gala. Usually galas usually have some type of presentation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on brand. It's
Yeah,
on brand.
It's not an award show.
It's not an award show. Yeah, it's Dakota. What are you laughing at? Yeah, I think, and no artist is on here. It's like no photographers, no DJs, no dancers. But you could also add all that shit for the next one. But I think this is a good baseline to start. You're getting fucking hell for it.
They
good
crucified me. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's a good baseline. It's a good baseline. And yeah, I mean, Grand. Listen to Grand now, right? I like the list. Hold on a second here, because everything is recorded. Let me go back up here for Grand now. Let me see. Now I'm gonna sort out Grand right now. Where's Grand at? Right here. I'm scrolling up. Where's Grand? Because Grand was not feeling the list till we mentioned some Haitians. At 20 at 10
I want to go back real quick. We could
Go
cycle
ahead.
back to FC or whatever, but I don't know. I just feel like, me personally, I don't think FC want to be put out there for whatever he's doing behind the scenes. So, and that's the only reason why FC is not on there. So I think he likes playing the background, doing his thing and doing what he's doing, and he's cool right there. So,
And let's
not
be
to
realistic.
mention, FC is the host. He's hosting the gala. So,
Right. And let's be realistic. I mean, the new crew is, I know I gotta hitch my wagon to what's hot, right? So the new crew is me, you, Tallis, Nora, FC, Chat, and Tallis. So I mean, you're getting a lot of fight for not having FC on here, but I don't think FC has a problem that he's not on the fucking list.
and I talk to FC
Every day.
all the time.
Right.
And I plan on messaging him, because I was going to ask him, like, I felt like, did he send Livewire for me? Because the way that he's been going hard, like, I don't understand. Like, so I am going to ask him that. Because I didn't do anything to him. I haven't spoken to him directly. So I don't understand why he had to make 55 statuses. So he could have just hit my inbox and said his piece and say how he feels, instead of making all these statuses and then starting to be disrespectful. Like, what was that about? I don't respect, and that's corny to me.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I put out a whole disclaimer when I put the list out. Like, it's my list. It's from my observation and from my research that I have done. And I felt like no one has given, I didn't see anyone give those people their flowers. And I wanted to give them that recognition. So, yeah, I'm taking my own little pocket change and ordering my little plaques, and I put together this whole little speech, because I admire those people. I don't see what the issue is.
I mean, hey, it's your party. You could cry if you want to. Cry if you want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love the list. I would add ingenious. I would really add ingenious concepts on it. I think it would be great to have the OGs there. But it's your fucking list. It's your fucking list. I mean, if it was my list, Pepper Pot would be gone. I put Bobby Shakes in that slot. KP Media would be gone. Put Bobby Shakes in that pot. Jim Tom would even got a fucking nod. Put Bobby Shakes in that spot. Red House Bobby Shakes. Yeah, I mean, listen. I think this is a good, positive thing that you're doing. And man, we've been streaming for an hour and 45 minutes, and we've kept a lot of people been watching. A lot of
I guess
people's
they
been
wanted to hear the reason.
a
And
lot of people.
anybody that's not on the list, that does not take away from anything that you do. I'm doing my own events. I put in a lot of work and a lot of effort, and sometimes I cry too, but I don't think I deserve to be on that list. I'm nowhere near any of those people that's on there, and I don't think my name can even be on a list like that for years to come. So it's not it's not about any of that, and it was never to put anybody down or to make you feel some type of way that your events are not good enough or you're not trying hard enough. I just feel like those people, they sleep, they eat, they breathe, like, their events that they do. Like, they're always trying to think up or come up with what they're gonna do next. And I don't know, that stuff drives me, motivates me, gets me excited. So that's what the list is about. So, yeah, Hollis, make a list for Saturday.
I thought Tallis was Tallis. When you coming on the fucking stream so we could talk about this event? Tallis supposed to be on the stream.
Yesterday, right?
Yeah,
And
supposed
he
to be on the
didn't come
stream
on.
yesterday. Didn't come on. He's supposed to be on today. Didn't come on. We probably have to do
He ain't
another.
gonna, he ain't gonna want to come on now because I'm the only one on here. So I think Hollis want to talk to me.
I think Tallis. I think Tallis Tallis is good at heart, man. I think he's just giving you shit. I think he's just giving you fucking shit.
Yeah, like Donna said, especially as a female, you gotta have tough skin um, in this business and in this industry because it's male dominated and they play real rough. So
Yeah, men play rough.
I'm just taking things like, one day at a time. There's plenty of times I wanted to quit. I have spent thousands and thousands of dollars like on these events, and I haven't won yet. I I haven't made a profit yet, but I look at all these people that I have here on this list and I say they didn't start where they are today, what I'm saying, but they kept pushing out, and they're still going, and their events are getting bigger and better. They're making connections with, within the city hall, and with the senators or city councils or whatever, so that they can try to change certain things to make it easier for other people to get certain types of permits or to go different places and have their events. And that's where I'm trying to head, like, career wise, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just having having a party, what I'm doing right now, that's not my end goal. I want to do so much more. I want to get so much more involved. I want to get deeper into marketing. Like, that that's my end goal. That's my thing. Because I love the culture. I love being Jamaican. I love Caribbeans. I love everything about the music. Just, I love my people. So, and I stay around my people.
Grant says nobody wants to give out flowers in Boston, so I think this was a genius move. And I'm gonna find me a nice little dress and attend this party. There you go. We've made a Haitian friend. At
Thank you,
10:50, she
Papa.
hated us, but now she hates us. Now she loves us. But yeah, I think it's great. I mean, when you look at this list, it's evenly balanced. Jamaicans, Trini, Rodigan, who's European, Haitian. I mean, come on. We're not going to get it fucking right. You're not going to get it right. But it's a good list.
Yeah, maybe next time we could vote or somebody else take that up, because that's a tall order to do voting, and then I don't even want to touch the DJs because they fight every week. And the last person that made a DJ list, they tore him to shreds. So like I don't even know if I want to get involved in that, to be honest, Bobby. That's
Yeah.
it's a lot. These DJs,
It's a
oh my,
lot, and that's why next week we're gonna do lock off Tuesdays. We're gonna have DJs come on.
right? You seen what happened last night, and that was a DJ. Like,
Yeah, niggas play rough.
but they're sensitive as hell at the same time. So
And I think I'm gonna add this. Yeah, we'll make the DJs vote. Which parties you like to win or lose? Yeah. With parties, you lose to win and win to lose. Absolutely, Donna. Donna Quill Cook has softened up here.
I know.
I'm gonna do a
I
DJ list.
appreciate that, Donna.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a DJ list. Yeah, I think.
I mean no harm.
Yeah, she
I come in
doesn't.
peace.
You come in peace. Don't kill the messenger.
I'm
Well, this
just
was
trying
good.
to, do something different. Like, I feel like I, they haven't done it before, so I wanted to do it. So,
And the only thing I'm gonna beg from you, right? The only thing I'm gonna beg from you is Ingenious Concepts put on the list. I'm a lobbyer. Can't help it.
are they gonna respond? Are they gonna come?
What happened?
Say, are they gonna respond to me? Or are they gonna come?
I'll represent them.
Because
I'll
I
represent
haven't. Two people
because
have
they're
not.
pretty shy people. So,
Two
but
people
I'll
haven't
represent
responded at all.
who?
Power Surge hasn't responded. He's read the message, but he hasn't said anything. And Scoops, he hasn't read the message. So those two people haven't responded. But like I said, I wasn't thinking Red House is gonna respond, because like I said, we don't know each other like that. Like, I didn't even think Keith and Patrick was gonna respond. Like, I didn't think a lot of them was going to respond. So I was surprised that a lot of them did respond. Did say, as long as they're here, they're gonna come out and support and make it out, and they really appreciate the recognition, and they're excited about it. Hot Sauce, she was really really excited, and she said she's never gotten recognition from the West Indian community at all. So I feel like that's a big thing, because we got to give people our flowers while we can, while we're here. I don't know if I'm gonna live to see, I don't know, next year, next month. So I admire those people. I wanted to let them know whether they're gonna receive it or not, whether they're gonna talk to me or respond. I put it out there and I let it be known, and that's what it was. So
Yeah, I listen. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So we're not. I was gonna discuss what you're handing out, but we can say that as a surprise when people come to the event. Stars, anything else you want to say? Final words.
um oh, Melanin Gala, April 12th. Like, if you, I don't know, support any of these recipients or you think they're deserving, come on out. So FC will be there. He's hosting. That's what it is. It's a food inclusive event. Dress to impress. There is a dress code. No sneakers, no sweatpants, no hoodies, no baseball caps. Everyone followed the dress code last year. So everyone that was there, they had a good time, and this year should not be any different. And I just want more people to experience the gala and see the hard work that I put in so that everyone can have a good time, and to know that you guys deserve a nice event. You guys deserve food to be included with your ticket. If you're going to pay 40, 50, $60, you should be getting something with that. So that's the idea, that's the concept I had in mind, that you go to some of these events, you're paying 50, $60, and it's just you're not getting much with that. But at my events, the food is included, which is optional if you want to eat that or not. And I try to mix it up with the DJ. So DJ Nico, he's from Jamaica. I've never heard a bad set from Nico yet. He's pretty versatile, energetic, and he's just super cool and down to earth. And then this year I added Mad Sound, which is also Donna, you don't have to wear a dress, but yeah, Mad Sound. I feel like they're also a versatile group. They have a ton of international music, which I want like a good amount of that to be played. So cause now Kumpa has gotten more popular and being played more at parties. So I want a mix of so I want some Kumpa, I want some Afro beats mixed in with the dancehall and the reggae and all of that. Then I have Slayer. That's Slayer when he plays his R&B. I mean, he's pretty good at it, so that's why I added on Slayer to the bill. So I want a good mixture of things, and there will be a DJ schedule, so everybody playing their time slot, and that's just what the event is about. So positivity. Like, I'm not here to have no separation and to make nobody feel no type of way. So I just want y'all to have fun, and I think y'all deserve nice, clean, like well organized, thought out events. Because you're spending your hard earned money. So that's what it's about.
Listen, Donna, don't tell me you come to foreign to eat tin mackerel and dumpling. You could have stayed back in your country. Okay?
No, on the list for the food, it's gonna be nothing too crazy. It's just gonna be jerk chicken. We're gonna have rasta pasta, rice and peas. I'm gonna have shrimp and jerk pork and a salad. So, yep, laptops will be fully charged because DJ Nico's not cheap. So he's playing a minimum of 90 minutes.
Okay. I mean,
Charge
I
your
get it.
laptop, Tyrone.
I mean, I get it. I get it. Hey, listen, if I was paying $50 to come to an event, I would like food and a hand job. So,
And you asking for too much.
what do you want from me? $50. Who is catering the food?
Who's catering the food?
Yes.
Um, Last year I used oh my god, I used like three different caterers last year. So I try to mix it up. I try to like support different people locally.
Okay.
So it's probably oh my god, why am I drawing a blank? Andre's Restaurants is probably gonna do some, and um I need to link up back. I had asked Dirty Harry already because Dirty Harry did my jerk chicken for the brunch last year. And
How was that?
everybody loved it, so it was really good. So I'm gonna go to Trendsetter headquarters to get that jerk chicken again, and I'll be getting the rasta pasta from Andre's restaurant. I don't know why I can't remember the name right now. What's the name of the restaurant? You don't know Andre's restaurant?
No, who talk to me? Who's Andre's
From
restaurant?
Clean Crew.
Oh yeah. I had his food at
Cool
the
Shade. cool shade. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I had my 2-year-old daughter had ackee unselfish for the first time at the State House from
Yeah,
Andre. Yeah. Cool
yeah,
shade. Yep, cool shade.
yeah. So yeah, so they did a lot of the food last year. So you know, I try to work with multiple people.
Yeah. My little half Greek baby had ackee unselfish for the first time in her life. My dad,
She liked it.
she loved it.
Nice.
And I told my dad, so my mom makes ackee and saltfish for me, and I gave some to my daughter. My dad goes, "You're not supposed to give picnic ackee and saltfish." I said, "Dad, the reason why they didn't give you ackee and saltfish in Jamaica when you were a little kid is because it was expensive and they made up some bullshit. Don't give it to a kid." But my 2-year-old, both of my biracial babies have had ackee and saltfish and fried dumpling at a very early age.
Yeah,
Um,
I love ackee and saltfish.
Love ackee and saltfish. And Cool Shades is a good place. I had their food. They're at the State House. Good. I mean, good.
Yeah,
Very
making
good.
strides down there. So yeah, doing good things. You know, and they started from doing parties. So yeah,
Dirty.
Dirty Harry makes some good jerk chicken. I didn't know it was gonna be that good, to be honest, but it was delicious.
Okay, so there we go. We got the food. We have the sound. We have the awards. We have the great hostess. I mean, what else do we fucking want here? That's a nice flyer. Is she gonna be there?
I thought she looked a little bit like me, so that's why I picked that flyer.
I love it. The only thing I'm gonna hold you to, because it's getting late and I gotta go fry my plantain. I just bought
I
coconut.
know. I thought this was gonna be a quick 45 minutes,
No.
but
Every time we stream, it's always 2 hours
uh,
because the engagement is, I don't know what's going on. Um, Maybe it's because there's been beautiful women on this thing, but the engagement has been fucking high. Like if I'm looking at it right now, and if the engagement dropped, like when we come on, it peaked,
hmm
and if the engagement dropped 10%, I would cut the stream. But the engagement has only dropped 2% since we've been on for 2 hours. So that's why I'm just keep on talking, because the engagement
nice.
the
Okay.
engagement is good. We're on we're on X, Facebook, we're on Twitch, we're on your Facebook, and we're on YouTube.
Okay.
So I mean, the engagement is good. People are engaged. The chat's going crazy. Um,
Well, I mean, I hope that kind of cleared things up better, and I hope y'all not mad at me no more because I hate it when people are mad at me. So, makes me sad because that was not the intention. So, I was just looking at things more of like a future career standpoint, like on the business side of it. So, that's all it is.
Tallis says there's a serious issue with this live. What's the issue, Tallis? Let me put his flyer back on again. What's the issue, Tallis? This is just good engagement. Love it.
Yeah, I felt like it had to be done. Like once I saw the direction of how things were going in, I'm like, I can either ignore it and do what I do, or I can just see if they had like, valid questions, or they just really want to know like why the list was the list. So, and I wanted to hear their feedback as well. So,
Y'all going to swag fashion and stuff? Of course, we're gonna be there.
everybody's going tallest. So,
We're all going,
I don't know why you're asking that.
and we're gonna interview people there. We're gonna have Nora. We're gonna have Star interview the people there from foot bottom to the top of the head, and we're gonna make this shit pop.
Yep. So see y'all on Saturday. Are we coming back
See,
on here this week at all? Or
I think I would love to get Tallis in here on Wednesday tomorrow around 10 o'clock. I'd love
okay.
to get Tallis.
All
I'd
right.
love to get. Yeah, this was a good live, and you're not always gonna get. You're always gonna. I mean, we're trying to figure this shit out. We're trying to make it more positive, but it's got to have an edge to it too. And sometimes when I have an edge, it has a fucking edge, and that's just what it is. It's fucking dance hall. But tonight was good, and I just wanted. We didn't bring the crew on because I just wanted to start to promote her thing because we're running out of time. And yeah, let's bring the crew back tomorrow. And Tallis, we gotta get this done tomorrow night.
Yeah, and they gotta remember, Bobby, this whole group thing came together because we wanted to highlight, you know, all the promoters
All
and
the promoters.
DJs and stuff like that, all their events. And we wanted to talk about, the events going on the weekend before. We do the weekend update. We talk about what's coming up next. So that's what the group is made for. So it's to highlight everybody. Everyone's being highlighted every week that we meet here because we want to push the culture forward as well and to highlight certain things and just have open dialogue and talk things through instead of everybody just making statuses online and it doesn't go anywhere.
Let's do it. All right, let's get at it. But everybody always complain how I read the flyers, so you're gonna read the flyers.
Me?
Yeah, you read them. Go ahead. Let's go.
All right, so Big Bad FC and Trickstar presents Pasa Pasa Reloaded. Who they have on there with Queen Chipster and Marvin the Beast. That's Saturday, June 14th at Unity Sports Club, 10 Dunbar Avenue. Make sure you guys get your tickets. Go online, buy tickets on Eventbrite. I'm not sure if they have physical tickets, but if they do, you could probably hit up Trickstar. So everybody come outside for that one. It's FC, so everybody loves FC as we can see. So come out and support them. Then we have Pepper Pot Black and White Saturday, May 3rd. This is a year to year event, and this is year what? 19, Bobby? So
19.
19 years Black and White has been going on, and it just keeps getting better and better. Excited! I can't wait. Let me see. So, Be Naughty Toys presents their 7th annual adult egg hunt. So, $30 early bird tickets. It's a 420 friendly event. So, hit up Be Naughty if you want tickets for that. Come outside, support her. She goes to a lot of events. And last but not least, you have Melanin Gala, Saturday, April 12th. So this event starts early. I should have been highlighting the time. So it starts at 8 p.m. So it's 8 to 1 because it's not at a club. So it's at a venue. So they do close at 1. And that time is strictly enforced. So you guys come out early. Especially if you want to get the food as well, you got to come out early so that you can enjoy that part. I'm going to have a lot of areas to take pictures, and I want everybody to utilize that. So come take your pictures. Bobby's going to be there videoing, getting everybody on video. Nora's going to be interviewing everyone. So everybody come outside, have fun. Melanin Gala, April 12th, food inclusive, hosted by FC Nora. Then on Friday, April 18th, they got R&B Me Road Trip. They're gonna be in Foxwoods. So gonna do a big thing. Um, you know, early bird tickets are more than likely done. $10. Let me know
Done.
those. So catch whatever's left over.
Let's see what we got. We got so many flyers. So here we go.
There's more.
More.
Sniper Dawn, Saturday, June 28th, Champagne Splash. So what we have on the bill, Chupa Chalupa, big time DJ. Ghetto Hype, Cypress Foundation. Come outside, support Sniper. Sniper's the real one. So that's it.
Nope, there's more.
Ghetto Hype, real recognized, real. Saturday, May 17th. Oh my God, we got Richie Feelings coming out. Has he ever been to Boston? This guy
Yeah,
named
Rich. Yeah, he's
He's
been
been
here.
to Boston? Okay,
Yeah,
well, he hasn't been here in a long time. So,
long time. He's been here with Stone Love like 15 years ago.
then, yep. So, Richie Feelings going to be playing, then Ghetto and Friends. Then we have Word and Family presents Starstruck, Fashion Overload, Saturday, April 26th. Music by Rhythm Rider, Ghetto, Cypress, and Trendsetter Sound.
They don't fucking stop. Don't fucking stop.
Then we have Daddy P, Blue, Yellow, and Black, May 10th. His birthday party?
No behavior party. No behavior.
Oh, okay. So it's the party. So we got video by Bobby Shakes, pictures by Real Time. So come out and support Daddy P. New Jack City is going to be the week after Melanin Gala. It's going to be on a Sunday, April 20th. That day, I don't think there's any work or school the next day, which is why they
Nope.
have it on Sunday. So holiday weekend for most people. And that's Dirty Harry and Ghetto Hype, New Jack City.
And last but not fucking least,
April 5th, that's this Saturday. Tala presents Swag, Fashion, and Style. What year is this, Talis? He said 17 years he's been doing this, putting it
17
down.
years.
Yeah, so big bad party. Music by Rodney, DJ Warlock. We got Tyrone on there. Admission's $30. I believe he's also selling tickets online. So come outside. It's gonna be a movie as usual.
All right. This was good. Star, love you. See you tomorrow. Feel like I'm fucking seeing you, Nor, and Trick too much. I went from not even knowing you motherfuckers to seeing you every day.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
Mentally and physically.
Mentally exhausted. Mentally and physically exhausted.
It was a long day. So
long day today.
But I hope we cool now. Everybody's cool.
Yeah.
So don't give me no mean looks when y'all see me on Saturday at Tallest party, please.
No. They all love you.
All right, Bobby.
Love you. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Guys, amazing. See you guys later. We're out of here.